live on YouTube,
Yay.
Rumble. Guys, you're not going to believe what just happened. So, here I'll play the intro. Here, let me play.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'll remove us and play the intro.
Okay.
Welcome to the Typical Skeptic Podcast, where we dive deep, you decide, questioning the matrix from UFOs, where the shadows alone reside, Rob KALIL busting myths like ghosts in the night, paranormal pros, secret space ops, yo, we keep it real, no fright, typical skeptical seeking, never sleeping on the lies, aliens, Anunnaki, black ops in disguise, from abductions to ancient scripts, we flip the script wide, TSP style, mile after mile, truth can't hide. Hold up, TSP crew assemble, we dismantle the fable, my lab's targeted souls, breaking out of the stable, Darwin, Howlin', Bigfoot, prowling, cryptids in the mist, Mandela, the fifth twist in reality, can't resist the twist, soul trap snapping, reincarnation mapping, holographic dreams, near-death visions, out-of-body missions, waking up the teams, no censorship here, we fear no elite scheme, conspiracy kings, ringing bells, hear the freedom ring, the skeptical seeking, never sleeping on the lies, extraterrestrials, interdimensional highs.
Welcome to Typical Skeptic Podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Typical Skeptic Podcast. We almost didn't have a show. I was trying to go live on YouTube. And so I had to make a brand new link. So if you guys are seeing this, like Jason, if one of my moderators is in the chat, Jason, if you could share the link in YouTube. I have none of my notes with me. I know Joanna LeBlanc is with me. She's an energy worker. She's one of the best psychics I know. She studied under Matthew Mornian, but she's developed her own amazing style of tarot. And, she does energy healing, energy coding. And yeah, I'm looking in the chat now to see if Jason's in the chat, or Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot. If you can you share the link, or Janet, Paul, one of you guys, can you guys share the link and the old link? Because what happened was it was saying I couldn't go live. It was saying I was trying to go live too much or something. And it kept saying, try again in a minute. Then it finally let me. So it was really bizarre how I had to go live. But then I'm going to add Joanna now. Joanna, thanks so much for coming back on. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm happy to be back on. Sorry, it's been a while. You sent me messages, and you know what? Life has just been, oh my gosh. I feel like I've been having my ass handed to me for like the past year. As I'm sure a lot of people do, feel like that. So, yeah, I got, huh?
Do you get into the astrological end of it? Do you feel like there's something going on astrologically that's like messing with all of us right now?
Oh, there's so much. There's so much. I mean, definitely, I follow astrologers like Mario, and there's some other people on Facebook that I follow so that I'm seeing their stuff regularly and on YouTube. And I mean, especially Mario, it is always like so on point with how I'm feeling. But no, I just have a big family, uh, and it's just hard. It's like the times we're in, it's the astrology, it's the just our families, our personal missions. Um yeah, it's hard. Like, I'm trying to think, I feel like lately I've been kind of looping back to 4 years ago, which is when I initially got divorced from like a 20-year marriage.
Yeah.
And I grew up in the LDS church, so I grew up Mormon, and my life is very, very different now than how it was 4 years ago. I became single, and once I got divorced, and I've been doing energy work for like 13, almost 14 years, but I really started getting into tarot 4 years ago, right
Yeah.
around the time, right before I got divorced. It was like I'd never heard of it. I didn't know what it was. And then all of a sudden I was like drawn to these YouTube tarot videos, and actually I found some really good people off the bat, and I still follow them. But gosh, what was it? 3 years ago, I took Matthew's tarot class. And so I'm an energy work practitioner. I'm certified in the body code and the emotion code. And um, it's a really, I don't know, to me, it's like, I don't want to say to me, it is a very pure form of energy healing. I don't want to say it's like the only or the purest form or whatever, but really I don't use much. They have a system we can use, but I go off of, just reading energy, thought, intent, all that kind of stuff. But tarot just really fit very naturally into energy work for me because, I'm just like reading the energy. I'm pulling cards and I'm reading people's energy. It's like now I have something to assist me even more. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I do. So I do energy clearings really for anything. I mean, I've worked with newborns for sleeping. I've worked with, any age and anything, physical, emotional, um, really anything. It's just about finding the underlying causes to why something is showing up in the body or, whatever's going on with you. And really it's just about moving the energy, and the body is amazing at healing itself. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not like going in there really doing stuff except for identifying blocked stagnant energy that is ready to be moved, that's ready to be moved so that our systems can shift, everything can shift and things can start moving and people can start healing. And yeah, so but I really like tarot. To me is so fun. I love pulling cards. I love doing it for a lot of people. I did it on TikTok the other night for the first time. And whew, there is like, people are just flying in there, just give me the yes or no. And it was like, yeah, it was interesting.
Wow, maybe
So
I have the ability to go live on TikTok. Maybe I should start going live on there. I don't
maybe
know.
you should. There's a lot of people checking out readers, or just, I mean, whatever show. Yeah, I would do it. I would
Yeah,
definitely do
I
it.
just don't know how to hook up like TikTok to StreamYard. I don't think you can. I think it's like separate or something
I
like that.
have no idea. I
Yeah.
mean,
Um,
and I don't know about the money aspect. I mean, I think it was like you made 56 cents. So it wasn't really for that. I was like kind of bored and I'm like, you know what? I really feel like just pulling cards for a bunch of people. So it was just kind of fun to go on and do. But I also recently started doing some work on I guess like a platform online for psychics. Um, so it's been nice. I've been able to practice a lot. Like once I, learn the tarot and really picking up, I'm trying to get quicker and more accurate, and doing my readings and stuff. So
yeah. Would you want to do me first? And then, guys, you
sure.
can put in your request for readings. If you want a reading, put your name in the chat, and we will get to you. And yeah,
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 you'll have to tell me because I can't see anything. So except for
okay,
us.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so guys, if you have a question, feel free to ask a question. You can get a general reading, but I will tell you if there's something on your mind, something you're wanting help with, like the more specific you could be, I feel like sometimes the more helpful it is. I mean, I often just say general reading myself, but um, yeah,
This response is to Kaz Lou. He says, "Do you have to pay to receive a reading?" You don't have to, Lou. It's just recommended because I want to be able to give Joanna something at the end of the night, and like so that helps me with that, and then also it helps the podcast too. So
yeah,
and it's no specific amount. You can donate, a couple dollars. It's whatever
yeah,
you can
if you
afford.
can, but don't let it stop you from getting a reading. So
Yeah, exactly, exactly. We already had a donation from Crystal. That was nice of her. So we'll do her. But yeah, I wanted to
oh,
do the
thank you,
reading first. Like,
Crystal.
yeah, and
That was almost going to be my name on the psychic platform that I'm on. I was almost going to use Crystal because I love crystals. So beautiful name. Okay,
yeah,
are we doing you first or Crystal?
yeah. Do me first, and then we'll do
Okay.
Crystal.
So do
And
you have a question or you just want general?
I was like, I'm always interested in business and love, and I was seeing if you could kind of look at my energy and see if I have any blockages or anything like. I don't know if you're doing that tonight or what.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you got some blockages. We all have blockages. That's the thing. That's the thing about energy work is like, to me, I feel like whatever kind of energy work, I mean, there's so many different kinds out there, it's like find something that works because it's so important, especially now, just in the days that we're living in,
Yeah,
to clear out your energy. It's like energetic hygiene, you know what I mean? Like if you never
yeah,
take a shower, you're going to start to stink.
yeah,
So if you don't work on your energy is going to start to suck. Okay.
yeah.
So do you want love or career? Let's pick one or the other.
Let's do love.
Okay. Love. What does Rob need to know regarding love? All right. Oh, okay. I'm going to pull a couple cards here. So it seems like you've maybe been in a cycle. First of all, the Wheel of Fortune is the card that came out. Okay, so I consider this very lucky card, but it's also about maybe you've been like on the downswing here. Like you can see there's lots, it's almost like an emotional roller coaster, and that's what the Wheel of Fortune can be. Kind of like great one minute, next week not so great, with this person, or you're broken up, you're single again. So maybe you've been kind of in this cycle. Maybe this is with a specific person. If it is, I don't know if something's coming up with defensiveness. There's someone maybe currently that you were in a relationship with, and either you or they or both of you, someone's being a little bit defensive in regards to something, maybe,
Yeah,
or you're feeling the need to defend a certain position. Um, but this is interesting. So I did pull three. The third card is, and I don't know, this could be not feeling like this. This could be feeling not so connected. Because usually this is a card of like, or what this could be saying? Hold on. I think this could be telling you that you need to go out and you need to socialize and you need to have some fun. Maybe, you know, it would help to kind of take your focus off of this person. And, there's other people out there, whether they become relationships or not. It looks like things will be coming back around for you. So, yeah,
wow. That's I think you're dead on, honestly. From what's
yeah.
been going on in my life, like I really feel like you're actually spot on.
Oh,
You know.
awesome. Yeah, so you need to go out, have some fun with people.
Uh, oh man, someone's leaving crazy comments in the chat.
Oh, about
Um,
what?
Brittany
Sorry,
Collette, I don't know what she's saying.
about what?
She said pull on his wiener fun. I'm like, why would she say
What?
something like that? That's so
What'd she say?
crazy. Like why would she leaves she also leaves comments. She said, is the slick black shirt airplane guy the actual guy, or is he the Epstein energy cloaker? I'm like, what? Where is she coming with this stuff? This is like,
I, I,
wow.
I can't hear you, but girl, you need to tone it down or get out.
Yeah, really.
I
Like,
don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Should we pull a card on what this girl's issue is? No, let's get to the people that donated
yeah. Well, the first one
or
is
want a reading.
yeah, is Crystal, and let me see where she's at here.
Crystal. Okay.
And I don't know if she has a question.
So if you have a question, put it in. I'm shuffling right now, so you got a second. Otherwise, I'll just pull a general. Is that Crystal Holland Sass?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Okay. So, Holland Sass timeline. What is it that she needs to know? So I always ask people's guides because they know better than I, and I try to give the message that they have for you, Crystal. Okay. Let's see if I have for her to right now. Oh, good card. First card is the Star card. I'm going to pull 3. Okay. So I don't know if there's something going on between you and another person, because you have, first of all, you have the Star card. To me, that's a very, I'm trying to think if there's any downside to the Star card. I'm sure there could be in certain situations, but to me, this feels just like a really positive energy of you're at a time in your life that is exactly where you're supposed to be. So if you're going through something right now and you're wondering, like, oh my gosh, is this like, what is going on? Why is this happening? Why is life going this way? Well, it's kind of like you're back at this moment where you're maybe getting ready to take something on again. um this is partnership with another person, so I feel like this is actually a good reading. Maybe this is someone that you have dealt with before. A lot of times this can be like a new partnership. I don't know if something's going on with work, or if this is romantic, or this could just be someone in your family, someone in your life. But and this could also to me sometimes be disconnection, but to me it feels like there's a situation that you're maybe kind of like, oh my goodness, like I'm here again, really, like why am I here in this situation again? And maybe it's giving you an opportunity to come together with a certain person to create something. um yeah, this is working well with someone, so this can often be, someone at work, but it can also be partnership. So if you've been in a relationship, maybe you guys are trying to work it out, and this is telling you that you really do have the ability to come together. And sometimes maybe it's not going to be romantic again, but or maybe it's not romantic to begin with, but
She had
yeah,
a question. She
yeah.
said, could you give her a reading also about the Blackbird Abbey restaurant she's selling?
Oh, does she have a restaurant in, is it California, LA?
Yeah, it's called
Reading about
the
Blackbird
Elbow
Abbey
Room.
restaurant that you're selling. Oh, so I wonder if this has to do. Okay. Well, I wonder, I kind of felt like that could have been about work. So I wonder if that has to do with your restaurant. But let's see. Okay, so she's selling a restaurant. What can you tell us? So those assisting can tell. For good only. What can you guys tell us? What can you let her know about the restaurant that she's selling? Can you give us a card for that? What does she need to know? Okay, High Priestess. So maybe this situation is calling for you to follow your intuition in some way. So the High Priestess is basically a situation a lot of times where it's an activation of your intuition. So you got to go through some kind of test. Like she will test you and you will be like so confused, like, oh my gosh, is it this, is it that? Like it can be a really confusing situation, but if you pass the test, it's often like an upgrade. But I kind of feel like the cards I pulled before, especially the Star, um, means that this is meant to be, and maybe this is going to lead somehow to Two of Cups in your life. But um, Blackbird, yeah. So I think. Okay, so I just pulled one more just since I only pulled one for that specific question. So this is a great card to come out, I would say, for anything related to work or anything in the physical world that you're looking to create, which I'm sure that the selling of this restaurant has to do with you working to create stability in your physical world, right? And so I think this is saying that you are doing a good job and you have the ability to call in whatever it is you're wanting to call in by selling this restaurant. So I would continue to, I don't know if you've been doing this or not, but I would definitely work on just manifesting what it is you want to happen by selling this restaurant. Um, and then, so, I don't know if this is a confusing situation. I'm assuming if you're asking about it, maybe it's not like so cut and dry, but I would say definitely follow your intuition on the whole thing with the high priestess coming through. So I hope that helps.
Okay, and the next one, I'm just putting this message in the chat real quick, is we have Aurora Diamond Heart, and she left the super chat. Give me
Oh,
1 second, and thanks. And by the way, I'm reading. I have the messages pulled up on my phone. She said you were spot on. So yeah,
oh, thank you. Good.
so
I'm always
you're
happy to hear
brilliant.
that it resonates.
Go in between readings? What was it like coming out of the LDS church and then into something like this? Like, what did you were you always psychically tuned on when you were a kid as well, though, even though you were in the church and stuff?
I would say no. So I stopped going to church after my divorce, and um I still believe in God and Jesus Christ. So I wouldn't say that, like, I would say that I am not an active Mormon. Okay. Like, that's no, because it was hard with energy work. I would say that I felt like the church looked down on energy work. And to me, there are just things that, you know what, I had a really hard time with. I don't know if we could say it anymore. What year was it? The C word,
Oh
when
yeah,
everyone
yeah,
had to wear the mask. Okay, to me, that was like, I looked at the church that I was a part of and I was like, this is so, like, the masks was huge for me. I was like, why are we doing this? Why are people complying? Why? So, I thought my church was gonna be like, no, don't. And anyways, so yeah, I honestly, like, if you saw me 5 years ago, I've heard the term soul braid walk-in, and I've heard a couple of people tell their stories of it. And mine is a little bit different, where it was like more of a gradual process where I feel like a different version of me stepped in 4 years ago. Like
yeah,
a totally different version of Joanna, like the way I talk, the way it's just like, and I even have a hard time kind of sometimes remembering like intimate details of my old life. It's really bizarre, but so I would say it's not. I don't know. I honestly, you know what? Years now later, I see a lot of programming and stuff, but um, I don't know. Right now, I'm just like, I am grateful for the experiences I had. I didn't have any bad experiences besides, kind of typical programming that here later in my life, I'm kind of like, wow, okay,
yeah.
I see like where this is coming from, but I didn't have any abuse or anything like that happen. But it is very interesting living here in Utah, where the majority of people are active LDS.
Yeah,
Um,
I had a girlfriend when I was 18. Like we were in high school, and she moved here from Utah, and she was Mormon, or like she was coming out of the church. Like she told me about that was the first time I heard about, like, because remember I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where we have Amish people here, but not a
yeah,
big Mormon. We have a Jehovah's Witness community, which is a little bit different, but no, we don't have any Mormons here. But when I
yeah.
dated this girl, it was like I learned a lot about the Mormon culture and stuff like that.
Yes, and the culture, oh my gosh, here in Utah, it's terrible. But I grew up in LA, so I grew up with, like, so much diversity in religion, culture, everything. So
Yeah.
it's crazy out here, but there I have found some people that are just really amazing out here, and so I'm grateful to be out here, and I'm grateful for all the experiences I had, and
Yeah.
um, yeah,
I just wanted to say real quick, guys, I appreciate everybody sending in the super chats. That's nice, but it's better if you send like PayPal or Venmo or Zelle. I'm not using Cash App right now, but it's a long story, but like PayPal, Cash App or something. The reason why is because YouTube takes 40%, and then I don't see those for a month. But no, it is good. Like it does still help though. I don't want you to. I don't want the super chats do still help. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. If you're going to donate, try to use PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. I have the buy me a coffee link too. But yeah, here, okay, so the next one is Aurora Diamond Heart, and
okay.
she says yeah.
Okay, so I was pulling for her while you were finishing saying that. So this is, I watch her streams. I'm friends with Aurora, but I mean, for years, I've probably, I don't know, 4 years, I've been watching her streams regularly. I feel like I found her through, I think because I've been following Matthew for a long time, for
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, 8 years. I found him randomly on YouTube doing an energy clearing, and then so I don't know, it must have been in a Patreon or something. Somehow I started following her and watching her stuff. So anyways, this just reminds me a lot of, I thought of her a lot as this character in tarot when I was watching her live last Friday. And I often think of her like this when she's doing her lives, as the Queen of Wands. So this is like a very, first off, beautiful, attractive woman who is not afraid to be herself in front of everybody, right? She is like out there doing the things that everyone's like scared to do. And a lot of people are like, damn, I wish I could be like her. I mean, I was like, I've always admired Aurora's, if you've been following her, you know, she's very truthful. She's very vulnerable, shares a lot. And that's this character, very fiery, very creative, very much a doer. And then next you have a new cycle of love that has arrived. And so this is an opportunity to, I guess, if this card shows up, it's showing you that you have the opportunity for love, you know, new love, or restarting a cycle of love with somebody. But it's about thinking about how you can do things differently this time, um, than how you've done it. So you may want to look at like your past relationships, and is there something that you kind of always do, or like what, it's just when these come up, the aces, it's very good to just try to do something different. And then so the third card you have is the Four of Pentacles. So um I don't know if there's something that you're maybe scared of losing. I'm not quite sure. But this card is very much a card of you're safe. Maybe you're just trying to hold on really tight to something. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah. Anyways, I hope that resonates. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Aurora. That was awesome.
Thank
And
you,
I
Aurora.
consider Aurora a good friend. Like I got to meet her 2 years in a row at the Full Disclosure Now conference. I got to hang out with her. But then I follow her on social media, and you're right. I always see her popping up at a conference. She always goes to these gatherings that I never hear about, and like I see she's there, and I love it that she's out there doing that stuff.
I
So
know. Yeah, you're right. She is very much out there doing. I mean, that's one thing I've learned about her, is that she's doing things. She's trying to practice what she preaches. She's trying to get out there, make connections, like, and I think that's something we can all learn from, anyways.
Absolutely, yeah. The next person is Kimberly Bamford, and thank you, Kimberly. And I don't know if she has a
Okay.
question, or maybe
So we're
she's
going to go with general. Like I said before, I'm shuffling for a second here, Kimberly. So if you have a question, feel free to throw it in, or just an area you want me to look at. Otherwise, for Kimberly. So let's see. All those assisting Kimberly. Her timeline. What is it that you want Kimberly to know right now? All right. What is it that you want Kimberly to know? All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. Seven of Pentacles is the first one out. Okay, so this card tells you, Seven of Pentacles, that it's time to get curious about something. It's time to so I wonder if there's something that you've been kind of debating, like, should I do this? I don't know, like maybe something that's making you feel a little bit trapped, which, you know, often things regarding money can be stressful and make us kind of feel like that. So the second card you have is the Six of Wands, and this is like go for it, go ahead. This isn't like so much telling you how it's going to go, but it's telling you that you need to take action on something. So you need to try. You need to do something. You need to like get in there, get dirty, look in there. Like this is an adventure, right? I mean, that's what he looks like. He looks like some guy out in the jungle and he's got to like search for these pentacles, right? So they're telling you, yes, do it. Like do the things. Wands is action. Wands is creating. And yeah, so this is what I was asking earlier. I wonder if this is in regards to something that has had you feeling kind of trapped. And this is kind of like you've taken all of these things that you're worried and stressed about and you've like stacked them up all around you and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I don't know what to do. And kind of like over analyzing, worrying too much. And they're telling you like, just go, just start looking, start investigating, start searching, and go for something. Yeah. So I wonder if it has anything to do with generational wealth, maybe a hidden energy there, something going on with family money. But anyways, I hope that helps, Kimberly. Thank you.
Puck Elf says, Rob, I was sending you a super chat and you got banned from. If you can, Puck Elf, send it through PayPal or Venmo or Zelle, or you can do a Rumble rant. I'll check on Rumble if you want to leave a Rumble rant. I don't know who blocked you, but
Weird.
you're on Rumble though, and I can see your messages on Rumble. Like I can't get into the system to unblock you right now, Puck Elf. But I mean, if you leave a Rumble rant, you can definitely do that. But
Should we go ahead and still pull? That's so they got blocked. Buck Elf, is that what it says?
we got someone else, but we got this one. But first Janet Paul before, and then we'll do him. But
General reading. Hi,
Yeah.
Janet. Thank you. All right. So Janet. All right. So assisting Janet. Timeline. Janet Paul. What is it that you guys want Janet to know right now? What is it that she needs to know? All right. I can just like shuffle and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. All right, Janet. Pull 3 again. Okay, so that came up again. Okay. So repeating cards. So the first card we have is the 9 of Cups. And this is someone that has too much of something going on. All right. We'll assume that it's emotions, but it could be something else. Like there could be just way too much of something going on in your life. But this is, I would say this is regarding a person, because next you have the 2 of Cups is here again. So this is regarding a connection. It may be hard to kind of do anything until that emotional overload is kind of dealt with in some way. Like there's too many emotions. Okay. So you got to get in there. You got to get these cups, like, or if you're wanting this, your cups are full. You've got to find a way to, and cups are emotion, okay, in tarot. So that's why I'm saying emotional overload, because that's what cups need to flow. That water is just stagnant in there, filled up to the top. We can't put any more water in there, and it's not meant to just sit in there and fill up all those cups. So if you're wanting this, you got to find a way to deal with those emotions and empty those cups so that you can fill them up with something new. And it looks like you're going to have an opportunity to do that, because this is like I was telling Rob, he got this. It looks like an opportunity is going to be coming back around again. Okay. But it's time sensitive. And it doesn't mean that you'll never get an opportunity like this again. It just means you may have to wait. But I would, this is good luck. This is a good luck card. So your luck may be changing in this area here, but it's going to help to deal with whatever emotions have built up around this connection or this person, and so that when the opportunity presents itself, you're ready to jump on it, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I hope that helps, Janet.
Yeah,
Good luck with that.
Janet's awesome. Let me see here. Who is
There's
next?
like a theme of love going on here tonight. Relationships.
Natalie Wright would like a reading. Okay, you kind of just lucked out, Natalie, because you were right there.
Okay.
And guys, if you want to donate, you can. But we'll go with Natalie Wright next.
All right,
And
Natalie. Okay, so we're gonna go with a general. So I was assisting Natalie. Part-time mom. What message do you have for Natalie? What message do you have for Natalie? Shuffle one more time. Okay. Okay, sorry. One more. All right, Natalie. You got the Hermit first, okay? So the Hermit. I don't know if you've been feeling like a hermit. I kind of feel like you've already maybe been in hermit mode, maybe. I don't know. Or they're telling you that it's time to look within. There may be something going on in your life that really is going to require you to find the answers within yourself. So a lot of people may call this, I think this is like the dark night of the soul. It's just, it's a card where like, you know, there's something going on in your life where it's time to now focus inside to find the answers. And, you know, it's something maybe that you've been brooding about, that you've been asking maybe the same question, you know, asking the universe over and over again, or praying about something over and over again. And it feels like something big. It feels like something big because the Judgment card is here, and the Judgment card is, you know, I've been thinking about this card a lot lately. It's like, is it an opportunity, or is it like you are going to change? I want to say it's an opportunity for you to like completely change in some area in your life. I want to say actually like you completely as a person, like, because this is the person who is burnt down completely to the ground and rebuilt into someone completely new. Or it's like you have to lose something completely and then it's replaced with something brand new, if that makes sense. So I would say if you're asking a lot of questions and you're wondering and you're just like, you don't know what to do, it's not an answer that you want to hear, but it's like the answers are inside of you. And sometimes it's not as quick of a process as we want. And it can be a little hard when you're going through it, especially like with these two cards, can be a little intense. But I think it's overall like a really good thing to go through a process like this because of who you come out as afterwards, if that makes sense. Somebody stronger, somebody just, it's like an upgrade kind of in my mind. So I hope that helps, Natalie. Thank you.
okay, the next one was we got let me see here. Let's see here. The next one was Diane Collier Jones. She says, "Hi, Rob. Can I have a reading, please?"
All right, Diane. Hi, Diane. So general reading. This is Assistant Diane on her timeline. Looking for her good only. What is it that you want her to know?
This is interesting. I was wondering what activist means by this. She says, while you're shuffling, she says, I was looking at plans for a Lucky Mobile today and found a Looney coin when I looked it up. Came across the name Lucky Looney from 2012 with Queen head facing the right. Huh, that's interesting. No.
For Lucky Mobile today. That is. And they're 777 at the end of their Sorry, that's like a lucky,
I'll go
right?
back. I'll go
I
back
don't
to.
know. I think 7/7's lucky. Isn't that a lucky number?
Yeah, I think
Especially
so.
repeating three. All right, Diane. What is the message do you have for her? Whoop. Okay. They're ready. Oh, the lovers. Okay. Well, two more for you. Okay. So we have the lovers, and I'm going to put these right next to it right away. So we have the lovers and the 10 of swords. So let's start with these two. It may feel like something is over. I'm telling you, there's like a theme of love going
It
tonight.
seems like it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because I feel like, it's because it's like one of the biggest things in our life, right? The relationships, the people we love. So it's like, yeah, that comes up a lot in tarot, with questions. So if you're wondering, is it over? The 10 of swords it is an ending. I mean, 10 is like known as the ending in tarot, but it's not I mean, it's like the person is still kind of alive. And I think it's when this card shows up, it's important to note that things haven't gone well. Like you need to be honest and look at really what hasn't gone well and kind of the reality of things concerning this connection. And then you want to look at an opportunity they're giving you to, either with this person or maybe in dealing with this, I want to say. I mean, it's also will be whether you have another, whether the relationship starts again with this person. It may not even be completely over, but let's say in handling things with this person or in saying how you feel and going out and talking about what happened or in a new relationship, I would say it's really important to look at how you communicate, how you handle things. This, like when I talked about the Ace of Cups that came out, the aces are an opportunity to have a new timeline in those things, in communication and how you're seen and how you're perceived and how people, kind of receive you in the world. And so, maybe there's a different way that you can start approaching this person, or maybe there's a different way that you want to do things from now on. Um, but I do often like to look at the bottom of the deck, which is kind of like a hidden energy or maybe something you're just not really aware of that's at play, and that's the sun. So the sun is a very positive card. It's about the seeds we've planted, and um to me this is like, sometimes these things happen for a greater purpose. Well, they always happen for a greater purpose, but I would just say there will be brighter days ahead. So I'm sorry if you're going through something difficult. I hope it helps.
Wow. I was looking for the other people. There was a couple other people that wanted readings.
Okay.
I missed them here. This is K.S. Lou. He said, may I have a general reading?
Oh my gosh, my eyes. I'm getting that thing now where like seeing close up is hard. Oh, you get into your 40s and
Trust me, I'm 46. I know all about it. It's like you can't do, I don't feel 46, I don't think I look 46, but I mean,
I saw a thing because I actually do feel like energy work is like the, fountain of youth. But I saw a thing that was like, it was a clip of Prince, and he was saying that he never talked about his age, didn't want to say how old he was. He's like, why? Why am I going to like keep saying I'm this old? I'm this old. So I do think that there's a lot to like, I do think people are their energy a lot of times. I mean,
yeah,
I've met people when I was single and I was meeting more people, and um, there were people that were like way older than me, and I was like, you look the same age as me. It's their energy. But yeah, I don't know, this eyesight thing, there is a lot going on in like my body that's been related to stress. So I've been noticing I'm having all these issues popping up that I need to deal with. So, anyways, all right. So, how do you say that name?
KALIL.
Paisley. General reading. All right. So, Assistant Paisley.
And then if I missed anybody, I see Willard over on Willard over on and then Puck Elf. We got both you guys. We'll get you both over on Rumble. We'll get both you guys.
Right. Just that you want them to know.
And Aurora Diamondheart says, I'm loving the collective love energy going on with the cards.
I know, right? Totally. Interesting. The repeating cards coming up. Okay. So we have the Hermit again. I mean, this is not the last one, but the one before. So the Hermit. So like I said before on the Hermit, there's a need to go inside. Okay. There's a need to, obviously there's something going on. And like I don't want to like repeat the whole thing on that, but in case you didn't catch it, the Hermit is needing to, it's almost like needing to figure something out on your own. Like the answers are within you. You got to go in. It can be a process. It can be not always a fun process. I mean, it's a man, like it looks like it's winter time. There's snow. He's at the top of a mountain and he has to descend in the dark with only a little light to guide him. So it may not be the easiest process, but it looks like they're calling you to somehow kind of develop, I don't want to say use. Okay. Well, let me go to the third one. I wanted to go to the third one. It seems like you're trying to create a more stable timeline for yourself. Okay. This is the ace. I mean, a lot of aces popping up too. This is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is, yeah, to me, when this card comes out, like I always say, a more stable timeline. So there's something you're going through, and it seems like a big part of getting there, I want to say, is to embody the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, she is very good at communication, and not just good at communication, but she tells it how it is, and it's basically like she tells the truth in such a way. It's not just what she says, it's how she says it. It's the energy she brings behind it. It's the way she presents herself. It's the confidence behind what she's saying. And it's like nobody can come up against her sword. Like you can't, no. She's going to say it and you're going to be like, yes, okay. So maybe what you need to say, you haven't quite found that yet, but you can. Okay, you can. And it feels like once you do that, and you kind of go through that process and start embodying that energy more, that you'll then be given the opportunity to really start that more stable timeline, if that makes sense. And it looks like maybe there's going to be, I don't know if this has already happened or it's going to happen, but the Hierophant is very much like doors closing in your life and other doors openings. And it often feels like something you have no control over. It's like, what? Like that just got taken from me, or that opportunity is just gone now, but it is always for something else, if that makes sense. Yeah. So thank you. Hope that resonates.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see here. Who's next? Okay. So the next one, Puck Elf said, give his to K. I forgot about K.
Okay.
K like one. So
Hey, hi Kay. All right, Kay. So we do general. So this is Assistant K on Kay's timeline. Go only. What is it that you want her to know? That's what you have for her right now. All right, shuffle one more time. What is it that you want her to know? Okay. All right, this is gonna test me, Kay, because I actually pulled this card for someone else today, and I was like, "Ugh, I've struggled a lot with this card," and so we're gonna go off reading the energy, but this is the Page of Pentacles, okay, and this is someone who can be kind of stubborn. That's the thing with earth energy. Earth energy can be kind of stubborn. This is a person that has great abilities, um, very much so, but they can get a little stuck. I mean, like she's just standing there staring at her pentacle and not really doing much with it. And then next we have the Death card. So this is actually my favorite card in tarot. It's just an interesting mix here of cards. So the Death card is something is over. Okay, something has come to an end, but it's kind of like the Hierophant where it's like, but it's because something else is coming in. So like I saw this card a ton when I was actually single. And I was like, I feel like I'm going to be meeting someone. I don't know where they are, what's going on. And I'm like, why is the Death card? It's not like I'm suddenly out of a relationship, but it's like soon after that, I found the person that I'm currently with now. And so maybe something has ended. Maybe something is going to end very shortly here, but it's to bring in something else. And so it's interesting because you're going from the Page of Pentacles with just this one little pentacle to, once this ending happens, to something even better. You're going to 10 of Pentacles. And this is like, to me, I always see this as generational wealth. This is like, can be money coming in from, family, an inheritance, building maybe something you build that's going to be multi-generational, but it's something stable and it's something real and it's something solid and it's something that impacts more than just you. And it's like it creates something beautiful and stable. There's a house and there's a courtyard and it's decorated by this, what the heck is this? My brain. Oh my gosh, this archway of golden pentacles. And, everyone's just leisurely hanging out and enjoying themselves. So, there's something to do with the Death card, something coming in and kind of letting go. Um, the clarifier is the Eight of Wands. So I don't know if there's something that you're going to need to take action on to let something go. Maybe something that maybe you're not wanting to move on, because this is very much, it can be very much a stuck energy. So I would say with this showing up, I just pulled a clarifier for the Death card. Maybe look at what it is that you're, or maybe it's going to be coming up, something to take action on, because that's the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is kind of throwing it all out there and seeing what happens, but there's something to do with letting something come to an end, but it's to bring in something better. That much is obvious to me from the cards. So thank you, Kay.
I just want to let you know that this is awesome. Unscripted liberation codes. That's Mario Maharez. Guess what,
Oh,
Mario? He was this. I had to hit 75 people out of 75 unique chatters on Rumble. I think he was the 75th person. So I already hit my goal. Thank you, Mario.
oh, nice.
Because like Rumble for being the creator program, they have this new thing. It's this new thing where I have to have 75 chatters a month. So like yeah, it's that let me hit it there.
Nice.
Anyway, I think Willard Wright was next, and let me see where Willard's comment was. So he says, "Can you give me a general reading? Any surprises this week and month and year? Plus, will me and Teresa Michelle Munoz, my twin flame soul mate, talk again about children she had in '99?" That was a
Okay,
lot.
Willard. Okay, we are going to take this on this week and month and year. Surprise, it was 10, 10, 20 flame soulmate talk again. All right. All right, Willard. So first, let's ask, are there any surprises coming up soon here for Willard? Is there anything that Willard, okay, so let's just assume Willard, in his timeline, who's get only, is there anything that he needs to be watching out for in the surprises? Let's go for that. Oh, well, Six of Pentacles came out, and I'm okay. So Six of Pentacles, they're, this is interesting because this can be can be quite a few things. But this is money coming in. Okay, this is resources, something coming in. This can be like you won the lotto, or all of a sudden you have this job and you have all this income, and it's an influx of, I want to say money, or wealth or something. And but there's a lot of hands, so there can be, you know, and the hands can be people, but they could also be debt, bills you have to pay, responsibilities. So if something suddenly, an opportunity comes and you like land something, just be careful that you don't squander it. Be responsible. um that's kind of the downfall of this, is that if you're not uh if you don't realize what you have, you can lose it really quickly. Okay. um so that's maybe a surprise to look out for this year. And let's pull, I'm going to pull three for you and your twin flame, your soulmate. Are you guys going to talk again about the children that she had in 1999? You know, we're going on love here for all these readings. So let's, okay, tell us. What can you tell us? What do you want him to know concerning this twin flame? Are they going to talk about those children that she had in 1999? Communication about this. No. No. Oof. Okay. Well, it looks like there'll be an opportunity to communicate. Maybe you need to approach this in a different way. The aces have been coming up a lot. So they're telling you, you know, I mean, this is communication. You asked, are we going to talk again? And they're like, well, here you go. Here's this sword. But are you going to like swing it the same way you've been swinging it? Because if so, like you may just keep doing the same dance. And while that's good to practice something over and over again, um, I would say, how can you approach this differently? Maybe to get, so I would say yes. Okay. The opportunity, it looks like, is going to come, but like to get the information that you are wanting. I mean, this is normally a positive card, but to me, this is like a very repetitive dance that you do with somebody over and over again. And actually, I feel like maybe this information, the devil card is the third card. Sometimes this card tells us that like things were meant to kind of be kept not out in the open. And maybe there's a reason why you haven't gotten this communication. I feel like this card may be self-explanatory to you, but devil card, um, maybe it's not. Okay, the devil is the things that we do to ourselves to keep us chained and stuck to something that we think is so amazing, and we want to get it out of this. You know, it's like they're just like, I'm going to stay here with this treasure, and I really wish I could escape, but like I'd rather be here chained to my treasure. And it's like, so I don't know. I would say I don't know enough about like if you've talked to her about this, or really what all is behind the children that she had in 1999. But I would say, I would look at myself and say, in some way, this may apply to her in this situation, because this is multidimensional tarot. To me, it fits in lots of different places for lots of different people. But I would look at myself and how am I keeping myself kind of chained to doing the same thing over and over again? Is there something I can do differently to like free myself from something that is making me feel stuck, or that's not good for me, or that's keeping me? It may not even be something like huge and explosive. Maybe it's just keeping you from moving on in some way, even with that person or with another person, or just in stuff, keeping you small in some way in your life. So I hope that helps you with that situation, Willard. Thank you.
The next one we have Black Feather in the Wind. Their name's Michelle, and she says, yeah, could you do a reading on her financial abundance?
Yes, definitely. You said her name's Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay,
Black Feather
Michelle.
in the Wind. Yeah.
Black Feather in the Wind. Very nice. Okay. All right. So there's Assistant Michelle. Her timeline. What can you tell us about her financial abundance? What message can you give us right now for that? Okay. Oh, you showed up. Okay. Well, I saw this guy first. I'm like, well, okay. I don't know if there's, no, I'm not going to say defensive. Normally this comes out and I'm like, someone's defensive. But this is someone who may feel like, almost like there's competition, or you're having to defend something. It's like, I got my one and they've all got theirs. And like, it is definitely a trying to defend your position in some way, or shape or form. But this card tells you that like you actually do have the upper hand here. You actually do, uh yeah, you're like on higher ground in some way when it comes to that. And then the second card that came out is the King of Pentacles. And so I think if you're asking about financial abundance, like this is great to have the King of the gold coin, right, show up in your reading. And if there's anything, really any advice to take from that, besides just being kind of a positive character to show up if you're wanting more financial abundance, is that he can get very stuck. He can get very stuck. I mean, like he's like sitting there and he looks like he's, the vines are almost like growing over him. And so I would look at, let's see, I would look at changing some stuff up. Okay. And are you someone that is ready and willing to actually receive financial abundance? Do you have any blocks to that? Do you have any blocks to receiving? Is there anything that you can do differently in your life? Can you change up anything in your physical world to help bring about that financial abundance? But you have the sun, so it feels like there's probably things that you've been doing and you're wondering like, okay, is this coming in? Is this, I'm trying to make things better in this area of my life. And to me, this is a sign that says, yes, that the things you've been doing, the seeds you've been planting all along the way, that something is going to come of them. You're not going to, yeah, I don't think I shuffled enough to have the bottom of the hidden energy. But yeah, I would say this card is interesting. So I don't know, you're going to have to figure out how that applies to if there's in some way, shape, or form you're feeling like you're having to defend yourself or something. But I would like look at yourself and be like, I am legitimate. I am, I do have higher ground here in comparison to these other wands, and that the King of Pentacles is showing up. So yes, it's coming. But if you want to speed it up, I would just make sure I wouldn't have blockages to receiving, because Pentacles, Earth energy, can have a hard time receiving. So good luck with that.
The next one is from Clarice Claudette. She wants me to read her two messages.
Okay.
Let me see here. She says, oh wait, where's her first one? She says, okay, reading. She says, hi, Clarice here. She says, can you tell me about Lucas? I feel like he was a soulmate He said he wanted to be together, but then disappeared. I don't know if it's because he wanted kids. And then she followed up with, she also had a major breakthrough about her Social Security, but then she was defrauded by someone claiming to work for the FDIC fraud department. It was the 3K. I feel like a total fool. Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry that happened, Reese.
I
That's
am
horrible.
so sorry.
That's
God,
horrible.
that is horrible. All right, so I'm gonna pull for both. Let's pull for since this is up, I'm gonna do breakthrough about my coach. Okay, so what can you tell her? So, what can you tell her about this that happened with her money? Okay. I'll pull one for this. The Ace of Wands. Your breakthrough was defrauded by something. Let's pull another one. Oh, I don't know. I kind of feel like they're telling you because now you got Six of Wands, which is like the go ahead and move forward. I would say they're just telling you to now look forward to, I mean, I understand feeling like a fool, but you got to look forward, you got to keep going, and you got to see how can I create something new now? How can I because create or aces, and especially the Ace of Wands, is very much about uh doing something physical in the doing something with your hand. It's like action, physical action. So they're like, just start doing something and do it different than you did it before. And I would say don't let this get you stuck. Okay, you got to keep moving. And the third card is the Strength card, so you have the strength to get through this. Okay, I'm sure. I mean, yeah, like what a blow, you know but you got to keep moving. You have the strength to get through it. And then can you pull up your other one so I
The
can,
the, the first one about
yeah, the
Lucas.
first
Yeah, yeah.
question
Let me see here.
regarding Lucas. That was his name. And Lucas.
Let me find it. Sorry, 1 second here.
No, it's okay. I think I'm remembering now. Yeah, why she thinks maybe he didn't want kids. Why did he leave?
Yeah. That was oh, here it is. Here we go. He said
Well,
about Lucas. I thought he was a soulmate. He said he wanted to be together, but then disappeared. I don't know if it's because he wanted kids.
okay. Well, the Justice card showed up. So I would say this may be hard. This may not be like, I don't know, like the best answer, the answer that you're wanting. But the Justice card is about, in a situation, it's like karma. And I'm not saying, oh, you got your karma. I'm not saying this is anything bad towards you. It's just kind of like that's the way things were meant to be. Like, and this may be, you may have been saving yourself from, if someone just disappears on you like that and you're in a relationship with them and you don't even know why, like, maybe this is you being saved from like a worse situation than, I don't know. But the Chariot card is here, so yeah, it's interesting, like someone just leaving. But I would say maybe you guys were not on the same page, because in the Chariot, like, you can't really get where you're going if like the two horses, one's looking that way, one's looking that way. So if you guys aren't on the same page, which I'm guessing it could have been about the kids, if like intuitively, if that's what you're feeling, because there's something that you guys were not on the same page about. Um, and the Page of Pentacles is here. And so I would say, let's see. I don't know if it's because you wanted kids. Yeah, I don't know. I would say just it wasn't moving. there's very like this is the card of being stuck, not really realizing what we have. I would say he just didn't see the value, okay, like that maybe he had in you. Justice card, it's like I would take this. I know it's hard when somebody leaves and you were in a relationship with them, and especially you don't have closure, but sometimes it's kind of like it's better than maybe what you would have gone through still being with this person, like being on this chariot with them, and do we go this way, you're both pulling in two totally different directions. So I hope that helps. I would say the justice card is like, don't worry, everything is going to play out as it should, and it may not be how we wanted it to, but it's going to play out how it should. So
Well,
I hope that helps.
this was just going to give you feedback. Aurora says Joanna's doing really good tonight, and Black
No,
Feather in the Wind
thanks.
says thank you so much. Great energy in the chat tonight. Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys.
I have
Thank
another show
you.
10 minutes. I think we got everybody. So yeah, I mean,
Thank
do you
you
want to tell
all.
people, how people can follow you, and I'll put your website up on the screen. It's Joanna
Yeah,
Madeline,
so
right?
yeah, so my website is joannamadlin.com. You can find me on Facebook. I'm Joanna LeBlanc there. And you can message me. I do private, readings with tarot. I do energy work sessions with people. I have a couple different things. So all of the energy work I do is like remote proxy. So some people like to do it over the phone, for like a half hour, an hour. We do it on the phone together. And I also have like a hybrid type of session where, we talk for a few minutes so that I understand what's going on. And then I do the work off the phone, which actually, like, I feel like you get a lot more, but sometimes people need to talk through stuff. So I understand the phone sessions too. But that session is a really great value. It's $85 for an hour of me going in and really tuning into what the blockages are and removing them. And that's like one of my most popular um, sessions that I do. So yeah, you can find basically my email through my website, or you can find me on Facebook and send a message on there. I'm on there all the time. So if you find me on there, then yeah, I'll
All
definitely
right.
respond.
Well, thank you so much, Joanna, and
Thank
thank you
you.
everybody for tuning in. I'll be live again in 8 minutes. I got Missy Hill coming on, so tune in for that, guys. And thank you, Joanna. This was
Thanks,
awesome,
Rob.
honestly.
Thanks
Yeah.
so much.